What's up, guys? We're going to talk about a pretty heated topic that's going around in the niche slash JRPG communities. Tales of Zestiria's DLC episode just came out. It was supposed to be 1,300 yen, which is about 11.50, $12. But as supposedly to celebrate the 20th anniversary, but what seems to be just damage control. They made it free. However, I think it sets a very dangerous precedent. My good friend Omega, you should all be subscribed to him if you like Tales gameplay. He's pretty much better than I am. He played through the whole thing. It was pretty much a disaster. Really not much to it. It was pretty much just all cutscenes. They had like 2 extra bosses in there. They gave her some extra moves, but nothing really worth the asking price. I think it's pretty ridiculous as they were going to charge $13 for that. To make things worse, you get a title and like some new items for Alicia, but you don't get her in your post-game party. So the whole thing just seems kind of pointless. But what really pissed off everybody that was watching is they left it in a huge cliffhanger, which seems to lead us to believe that they're going to be making more DLC episodes, which obviously aren't going to be free. And I think it really sets a dangerous precedent that they're really starting to take advantage of DLC. They're really starting to milk the Tales fan base for every last penny. I think they're at the point where they know, JRPG fans are just about as starved as character action game fans are. They really don't come out that often. You really have, Final Fantasy hasn't been putting them out that much. The Final Fantasy 13 trilogy was a big exception to that. Obviously at the cost of a lot of recycled assets. People didn't like where they took the plot and everything. But I think they're just, trying to just fuck people over. It seems really shady what they're doing. It would have been okay if the DLC was free and that was it. But they left it in a huge cliffhanger, which seems they may be trying to extend the life of the game. But the problem with that is this initial DLC looks like it was thrown together in a couple days. It probably took them longer to, rig the cutscenes and, film the dialogue or record the dialogue than it did to actually make the content. Like the majority of it was running through already areas that were already in the game and a dungeon that looked like pretty much the same assets just copied over for 5 floors. I think it's really a shame. DLC has always been a touchy subject this past generation of video games. I think it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's good that people are speaking up about it. Actually, some people are actually smart enough to speak with their wallets, only support good DLC. But the bad thing is a lot of DLC, that's actually worth it. Gets overshadowed by all, the shit like this Zestiria episode that's coming out. Just last year, we had all the Muramasa Rebirth DLC came out. That was $5 a piece. You got 3 bosses, 3 brand new bosses, a whole customizable skill tree, a whole new moveset, and you got the option to play through the original game, all the other bosses, and 2 endings. It's pretty much a steal for $5. The whole pack was 20. But it's just stuff like this. I feel really bad. I think that people, developers like maybe the Basara developers, Vanillaware, just like I just said, made some brilliant DLC. Even indie developers may end up feeling like they can't extend the life of a game because people are gonna accuse them of holding it back for to make us pay for it later. It's really sad for me to see. I've been playing the Tales games for about 15 years. The first Tales game that I played was the half-translated Tales of Phantasia ROM back when I was a freshman in high school. I've seen pretty much everything the series has to offer. I've beaten almost every Mothership title, aside from a few. I've got you can search through my video log on here. You can see at least one video for most of the major Tales games that have been released since 2005, aside from a few exceptions. I think it's really sad to see. I just don't know what they were trying to do. The whole Alicia thing also sets a dangerous precedent. I think a lot of people, some people just don't like that, the waifu character, the heroine, isn't playable. But, it was admittedly misleading. The promotional material, the very first stream where they announced the game, they had a big standee of her. They had the voice actor come out, and she was in the trailers and everything. But she's just kind of a smaller part of a bigger scandal. What they seem to be doing, they're being misleading. They seem to be, holding back content. If you go ahead and watch Omega's stream VOD, I'll go ahead and post a link in the description if it's still up when you guys see this. It just seems like it's something they threw together. Keep in mind the original price was $13. If they're going to continue to do that, I'm not really sure what to think. I think it's really a shame because Seventh Chord made some really excellent Tales games. They had a very limited budget. Here the main mothership team, is putting out this game that's just seems to just want to scrape every dime you have. I don't know. It's really sad to see. I hope that they're able to turn things around, but in my opinion, I think they should just try to pull a Devil May Cry 2 and just sweep Tales of Zestiria under the rug and, work on promoting the next title because apparently everybody in Amazon Japan has been selling back their games. You only get like 100 yen if you trade it in right now. That's like the equivalent of trading in like a Madden or NBA game from like 5 years ago. Keep in mind the game came out just like 3 weeks ago, so I don't know what's going to happen. I just kind of wanted to vent a little bit. I know I didn't buy the game, but just seeing the only major RPG series that I actually follow be reduced to a whole DLC milking fiasco, it's really sad. I mean, the games don't cost as much as Final Fantasy. It's the reason why they come out so often, but that doesn't really give them an excuse to try and just milk people for every penny they have. They really need to be more upfront about things. Alicia, the whole issue with that is kind of just goes hand in hand with what's going on with this DLC. This first one is free, but the ending makes it seem like they're going to make more, and if they're the same quality as the first one, it's probably going to end up being if they're all $13, that's going to end up adding up to the total cost of the original game, which is really shady. So we'll see what happens. In any case, in a more positive note, I have just about finished Tales of Innocence R recording. I'm going to go ahead and do some grade grinding, level up the abilities and stuff, and I'm going to try to do a playthrough. It may or may not be solo. It kind of depends on how things go. I'm still kind of learning the game. A lot of the cool abilities are locked off, so we'll see what happens with that. I will also do Zelio too when I can. Peace.